So back in the day, it was always apparent that Noel Gallagher was into bands like Baby Shambles, whereas Liam Gallagher had a slightly more hostile approach. Pete Doherty referenced this in his recent book A Likely Lad, saying, "It also came out that Lisa Moorish was mother to children by both me and Liam Gallagher, and Liam said something in The Sun about keeping that burglar and crack addict away from my child." Around the same time, Baby Shambles were set to support Oasis at a huge gig in Milton Keynes. Here's what Patrick and Adam from Baby Shambles had to say about it.
Oh, the other one was when we were meant to play. Oh man, we were meant to play. Milton Keynes National Bowl.
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah,
supporting Oasis. I remember we were like in the tour bus, and we were in the tour bus, the band, but Peter wasn't there. I think we were outside the venue or near. I think my memory might be a bit skewed on that. And then I remember someone like the promoter or someone rang Peter and was like, "Where are you, man? You must be doing sound check." He's like, I'm in Paris." Like one of the biggest shows. He would have been so mad to do that show. It was like however many tens of thousands of people there. Apparently Liam was very, very upset or angry with us, should I say. Just like wasn't happy, which I don't blame him for. Smashing our gear up and what have you. But yeah.
What, are you smashing the gear up?
Well, I heard that. Maybe kicked an amp or something rather than smashing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, it's weird, man. Because I grew up listening to Oasis. Like the first album's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good.
First album's fantastic.
So what? I mean, that's very Pete, that, isn't it? To be in Paris, isn't it? To be somewhere else.
Yeah.
But, what happened? Did you end up playing that show?
No, we turned around and went home, man. Or like I don't.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
It was like, oh man, it's just like really okay. Like, it was just a huge crowd. You know, it was one of the Milton Keynes National Bowl was massive, isn't it?
Yeah. I do remember that happening because I remember Liam coming out in the press and because it seemed like Noel was quite warm towards Pete and the music, whereas Liam was pretty against it.
Yeah, I think Noel saw it as like the new thing, and he was kind of cool, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right in that. You know. Yeah, there's a lot of I think you're right in what you said there.
Yeah, I mean, Pat told us about the time, the Oasis gig, where apparently Liam ended up booting your gear or something because he was so frustrated.
Yeah, well, that was my chance to shine.
Of course it was, Milton Keynes, yeah.
No, it's Milton Keynes Bowl. This is Freddie Mercury, REM, like big players, and there I would have been, you know, my homecoming. And I remember being on this little minibus and getting later and later. And then suddenly you hear that he's with Kate somewhere and she can't wake him up. And then you hear kind of Liam or Noel on the phone saying, "Well, that's it, fuck you. We're never going to play with you again. We're not going to." Because, you know, they were kind of, at one point, Noel was offering us the mantle of rock and roll. And that would have been a huge, big deal. And I think we would have sidestepped more into that fan base as well. Because we were always on the periphery, I think, because of the nature of the drugs and the politics. That kind of Britpop fan base were always a bit reluctant to get involved. And unfortunately, it's like a bit of a killer. Maybe we'll make it up sometime down the line. But I really wanted that gig. I would have loved it. That would have been my homecoming, but it didn't happen.
Pete himself talked about why he missed the gig in his book, saying, "We were supposed to support Oasis that summer at the Milton Keynes Bowl in July, after playing the Isle of Wight Festival and Ibiza Rocks, but we missed it. James Malord, the Baby Shambles manager, and the rest of the band were left stranded at the venue. Awful. Kate Moss and me had been in Paris for Hedy Slimaine's birthday, his 30th. At the gig, someone had a giant inflatable penis in the crowd, and Liam Gallagher said, 'Oh, I'm glad to see Pete Doherty made it after all,' which is not a bad line. Not a bad line at all." It's funny that Pete mentioned the inflatable penis, because I saw Oasis play at V Festival in that summer of 2005, and Liam made the exact same joke. It did go down well with the crowd, to be fair. More recently, I saw the Libertines wanted Noel Gallagher to produce one of their albums, which I think Noel said he couldn't do at the time, but that would be cool to see in the future. But anyway, what do you think? Was it an opportunity missed for Pete Doherty and Baby Shambles not playing with Oasis, or was it disaster averted? Let us know in the comments.